Recently, a friend approached me wanting to know how she could find the right pair of running shoes. She had never run very much, and she knew that being an avid runner that I had some thoughts and ideas on how to go about doing that. I started running about 10 years ago, and I was really overwhelmed by how to find the right shoes as well. So I really empathized with her and understood where she was coming from. I had always been active growing up, but I never had gone running or joined the cross country team or anything like that. So it felt a little foreign to me, and I felt like I could point her in the right direction and give her the help. So there were three things that I talked with her about that I wanted to share with you today. One of the things is the fitting. You need to make sure that you get a great fitting running shoe. The second thing is going ahead and looking at what type of running shoe you want to have. There are thousands of choices out there, and it sometimes can be really, really overwhelming. So narrowing it down to specific areas really can help a lot. And then the third thing that she started asking me about is the cost. She had heard that it was quite expensive for running shoes and wanted to know how much it really cost and the benefits of getting a really great running shoe. I proceeded to share with her that it really pays to go into a running store. Here on the Wasatch Front, we have running stores in all major cities. There and sometimes multiple running stores. And it really pays off to go in. You will be working with a professional that will be able to assess your needs, how you run, how you walk, and they'll be able to give you some great recommendations. I was able to find this video from the Potomac River Running Store where they give you an example of what happens when you come in to get fitted for your first pair of running shoes, or maybe you just need a new pair of running shoes. So either direction, I wanted to have you take a look at this video. It's a short 1-minute clip that explains what they do when you come in to get fitted for your running shoes.
How do you choose your athletic shoe? It can be overwhelming if you don't know what you're looking for. At Potomac River Running, we perform video gait analysis to guide you to the perfect shoe for your needs. A trained staff member will take you through a quick and easy shoe fitting process that is complimentary and requires no appointment. The first step is to have you walk or run on the treadmill while we show you how the foot is behaving on our TV monitor and capture the gait cycle on an iPad. Once we determine your stability category, foot shape, injury history, and activity levels, we can then bring out several different shoes from different brands in your stability classification. From here, you would tell us which pair feels best. The final test, walk or run in the shoes allows you to confirm comfort while we confirm that the shoes are doing their job. If you choose to buy this pair of shoes, you should expect to have high confidence that this choice will be both comfortable and help reduce the chance of developing aches and pains. Stop by your local Potomac River running store today.
As you can see from that video, it's really quite simple to go in and have them assess you for your running shoes. They really do a great job of taking you as an individual, and they look at how you walk, how you run, what things you have pains with, how your body shape is, all of those things, and they really do a great job of fitting you with those. I would highly recommend finding a running shoe store where they can help you with that. The next thing that they'll show you, in addition to looking at your gait and things, are different types of shoes. When I first started out, I started out going to the running store, like I said, and they started me out with some Asics, and I wanted to show you the newer model that I have now, but this is basically the shoe that I started out with 10 years ago. And this is what they call a moderate base. This shoe is great for all types of runners. It was wonderful for me for the past 9-10 years. It was really, really comfortable, and it was fitted for my foot. And I was able to continue getting the shoe, even though the manufacturer kept updating the shoe. I would get the newest and latest, greatest model when I needed to upgrade, and it was really great. So this one fitting really helped me know, hey, this shoe works for me, and I was able to wear this shoe through all of my half marathons, things like that. So that really helped me to know what I really liked. Recently, I started having some injuries, and this is, I think, really important for people to pay attention to. I started having some injuries. I started having problems with my IT band. I started having hip problems, and a few of my tendons were having some issues down in my lower part of my calf. And I was visiting my chiropractor a lot. Not that my chiropractor didn't want to keep taking care of my needs, but he started getting really concerned that I was having so many injuries, even though nothing had changed in my body composition, in my training. I really hadn't done anything different. Something had shifted. Maybe it's just getting a little older. But he actually recommended a different type of shoe to me. So this one is the moderate fit. This one is the maximum. And if you look at the maximum cushion on this is called a Hoka. This is the company that makes this one. There is a much thicker sole on this shoe, and you can tell the difference when you're in person much more than you can on the video. But you can tell that this shoe has almost like a cloud-like. In fact, the first model of these looked like a big marshmallow cloud, and they've improved them since then. But there you can tell that the bottom of this shoe is a little bit different as well, that it curves on the toes and it curves up on the heel. This shoe really, really was designed to help the impact on your knees, impact on your hips, impact on your feet, and to give you a natural rocking motion. This really is made for people that have any kind of those issues, or even plantar fasciitis. That's another thing that this shoe is great for. So at the advice of my chiropractor, I went ahead and bought these shoes. They have a 90-day guarantee, just so that you know. If you don't love them, don't like them, they'll send them back. And there's several other companies that are great like this, so I don't want to just promote one. This is just the shoe that I ended up getting. So this is the maximum sole type of shoe. And this is one that I actually found really has helped with a lot of my problems that I was having. The other type of shoe that people have been using for the last 10 years are the minimalists. I've never tried the minimalists, but I've heard a lot of my running friends really, really love them. Most of you will probably be familiar with the toe shoes. Those are the most popular minimal shoes. It has a minimal sole and it fits on your feet like a glove. It really is like a glove for your toes and your feet. And a lot of people feel like that natural motion of using the bottom of your feet helps you run better and feel exactly what's going on. And it's really a personal preference. It depends on what your body composition is and all of those things. So when you go in to get your fitting, please make sure that you ask them about whatever you feel is necessary for your body. And again, it's just being in tune with your body, and you can ask them about all three. And they're very knowledgeable, and they will be able to help you out. You can do some web research on it as well. There's tons of articles out there that'll give you information. For me, I started with the Asics. It was great until I got a little bit older, started having some running issues with my hips, like I said, and needed to move on to the maximum sole. So keep that in mind. And then the last thing was the pricing. So my friend wanted to start doing some running, but she didn't want to be spending a lot of money on it. Generally, you'll spend between $100 and $160 on a good pair of running shoes. And I wanted to stress the importance of why you want to spend at least that amount on a great pair of running shoes. If you look at the cost of having to deal with all of the aches, pains, chiropractors, things like that, of getting a less expensive shoe, sometimes it's really worth saving your body and the money and time that you invest in all of those other things and spending the extra $20, $30 on a shoe. Doesn't mean you always have to get the most expensive, just make sure you get what is recommended for you. If you'll take a look at this slide up on your screen, you'll notice that there is a range of all different manufacturers. Some that you will probably recognize right off the bat: Nike, Asics, Under Armour. And it shows you the general price range along the bottom, but along the side, it talks about how well liked they are. That gives you like the star rating. And there's 24 different running shoe brands here, and you can see how much the runners either love them or don't, and most of them are in about the $120 range, and I think that's a great price to pay for your shoes. That's about what I paid for my Hokas. I got them on sale, and they were $120, and I felt like that was a great deal, especially not having to go into my chiropractor as much and saving my body. That was really important for me, and I think that's kind of my last point with the price is it's really worth investing in your body and making sure that you're comfortable and enjoy running. If you don't have a great pair of shoes, you aren't going to love running. I know a lot of people that, I never liked running. Once they got a great pair of shoes, it really made it much more comfortable. So I feel like these three things, when we go back and look at going in and being fitted at a proper place, looking at the different styles, types of shoes, as well as the price point. Expect to pay between $100 and $160. It really will make the biggest difference for you. And I'm happy to report that my friend went ahead, took my advice. She went into a running store and she was able to get a great pair of shoes. I think she spent about $110 for hers, but they really will work for what she needs them for. And she was so excited once she was able to go in and get the professional help. And she felt so much better running once she got a great pair of shoes. So my challenge for you is to go out there, find a local running store, remember these things that I've shared with you, and get out there and run. Have a great day.